Hi, I'm Tim and this is Timberway Designs. In this series of videos, I'll take a rock or slab and I'll make a single cabochon out of it, and I'll take you through all the steps from the rough rock all the way into the end to the polished cab, and I'll show you all the steps I do to accomplish this. So this week I got a piece of zebra marble. Let's make a cabochon. So I got myself a piece of zebra marble here that I cut on my slab saw. I bought it as a rough rock at the rock shed in Keystone, South Dakota. I'll put a link down below in the description if you're interested in that. You should check it out. It's a really cool place. So I make these templates here. This is a new template. I made 6 new templates that I put on my Etsy page. So if you're in the lapidary and you're looking for some templates, go check them out. You might find one you like. So I've decided to do a pear shape here. And I've been kind of struggling with how big I want to make it, but I think I'm going to go with the inch and 1/8 here. So I'm going to take my get it in the focus here, and I think right about there. I got a ultrafine Sharpie here. I'll mark it up. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it downstairs. I'm going to cut it out on my trim saw, and then we'll take over the cab machine. First we'll grind it down to the lines, and then we'll put it on a dop stick, and then we'll make cabochon on it. So we'll see you downstairs. Okay, we're down here on my 10-inch slab saw here. I've been using this one instead of the 5-inch because it's always ready to go. I can see what I'm doing, and it cuts really good. So this is the shape. I'm going to trim this out of the slab here. So let's start trimming. All right. Well, I think I'll cut this tip off here. There. That's close enough for me. This saw here, you see my fingers getting close to it. This blade is absolutely not sharp. I demo this every time I do the video where I cut the 10 rocks, if you watch that. So don't worry about me cutting my fingers on the saw here. So let's move over to the cabber and grind this down to the line. Okay, I'm on my 6-inch Kingsley North cabber here. We're going to take this and we're going to grind it down to the lines here. Now I used the black Sharpie, you know, obviously there's black on here, but I didn't want to use the silver because then I wouldn't be able to hardly see it on the white. And I don't know. I think I got enough light in here. I can see what I'm doing. So we're going to grind it kind of close to the line with the 80 grit. And then we're going to take it down to the line with the 220 grit, and then we'll kind of clean up the marks off the 220 grit with the 280 grit. So let's start cutting here, or grinding. Okay, the mold said this stuff is 6.5 to 7. No, it is not. Not this piece here. It is super soft, so I'm kind of concerned of the shine we're going to get in the end. So I'm done with the 80 grit. We're going to move on to the 220 grit now. Okay, remember now we're dealing with radius here, so don't stop on these 2 wheels right here or else you get a flat spot. All right, got it right down the line there rather quickly. Wish all stones were like this. All right, I'm going to run around to 280 to take the marks out. Just kind of curious what kind of pre-shine we got going here. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to throw this on the dot pot and glue a dot to it, stick to it, and then we'll proceed with making a cabochon. Alright, we're all dopped up here. So what we're going to do is, get a pointer here, is I'm going to grind this top edge down to about an 1/8 inch to 2 millimeter-ish off the bottom edge here. And that's called the girdle. And it'll come down at an angle like, probably about like that. Then once I get that established, then I'll take the top part right here and I'll start working my way towards the center. So I can explain it, but it's a lot easier if you see what's done. So the other thing, this rock's a lot softer than what the internet is telling me, so this should not take very long at all. So we'll start with the 80 grit, we'll move over to 220 grit, and then 280 grit here. So let's roll. Alright, got the girdle established here. You can see the edge of it right there. Got the angle cut in here. So now I'm going to go after this top side here. I'm going to, where this edge is here, I'm going to cut into that with an angle and work my way towards the center. Now stay away from your girdle now because you've established that. You don't want to be cutting into that anymore. Alright, so now I went up this way, and then I went like this, and then there's just a little spot left on the top here. Now, you could keep cutting that edge all the way to the center, which most books and professionals will tell you to do. With me, if I get this close, I'm going to go ahead and start doming it, because it's pretty easy to dome this out now. So now we're going to start doming the cap. Right, when I'm grinding the dome in on these big flat ones here, sometimes it'll look like it's cutting across the top, but there's still a flat spot there. I'm looking at it right now, and I think I got it. You want a nice round dome when you're looking straight down it like that. No flat spots at all. Even though it shows grinding marks across it, you got to make sure it's a nice dome, because when you move on down the wheels there, that flat spot is still there. You'll see it at the very end. There'll be scratches in it. So just make sure you get a nice round dome when you're looking at it straight on or from the back. And I think I might hit it a couple more laps here, and then we're going to move on to 220 grit. Alright, I'm happy with that, and I'll move on to 220 grit. Alright, I think we got that. We'll move on to 280 grit. Alright, I'm liking that. Now we're going to move on to the polishing side. So I'm going to shut you off here for a second. Alright, we're over here on our polishing side. We got a 600, 1200, 3000, and then I got a cerium oxide disc around the corner here on the end of the shaft. So we'll start out with the 600. Alright, looks good. I'm going to move on to the 1200. Alright, it's good. Move on to the 3000. See what we got here. It's looking pretty good, but I'm not going to show it to you until I get done with the cerium oxide. So I'm going to move the camera around here, and then we'll finish this cab up. Okay, got around the corner here on the cerium oxide disc. Now, I think this is a cerium oxide impregnated pad. I don't have to put anything on here. It's already on here. It does wear out, but it takes a while, so you get good, you can do a lot of cabs on this. And then all you do is you heat it up and then with like a hair dryer or something, it peels right off the foam backing. You just slap another one on there. So we'll turn the water on here. Okay, see what we got. A towel, a pant leg. Look at that. There we go. Zebra marble. Really soft, but man, it's got a nice shine on there. So I'm going to throw this in the freezer, get it off the top stick, and then we'll gather upstairs and take a closer look at this thing. So we're back upstairs. Got a really beautiful cabochon here made out of zebra marble. Let's swing the camera around and look at this a little closer here. This is what we started out with, a slab of zebra marble. And this is what we ended up with. Look at that. Ain't that cool? So got a really good shine on it, I thought. There's the back. There's the front. Now this thing, like I said, the internet said it was 6.5 to 7. There is no way. It was like working a piece of calcite. This was so soft, but yeah, came out really good. I'm impressed. I like the pattern. I like the color. And got a little gray stuff going up in here. I think, yeah, you can kind of see it in the slab here. So, yeah, thought it came out pretty good. So this will be available on the Etsy store. I've been pretty good about getting stuff on there now. I'll probably go with the next batch of 10 cabs I make out of my rock slicing video, hopefully by the end of the week. So, and then the other thing, I bought me a slab saw, a 14-inch slab saw, and I've been cutting slabs now out of all the rocks I got laying around here. So let me know in the comments below if any of you would be interested in me selling these slabs online, because I probably got enough rocks around here will probably last me 10 years if I slabbed everything up and if I didn't collect or buy any more rocks. So if you're interested, let me know. Then we'll think about it. So there is the cabochon for this week, and let's finish up here. So I hope you enjoyed coming along and watching me take a piece of or a slab of zebra marble and making a beautiful cabochon out of it, from this to this. So I'd like to thank the subscribers out there. The numbers keep inching up, and it just makes me feel good that you like the content enough to subscribe. I really appreciate that. And then all you viewers out there that haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. You subscribe, and then you can slide over and give me a thumbs up, because that gets the analytics out there so more people can find this content. You can push the bell button, you can share it, and you can hype it on your mobile device. So that kind of gets me spread out there so more people can find me here. So next week, I have a piece of onyx. Now, I don't know what exactly flavor this one is. I've been trying to look it up. I bought it as a souvenir rock in a rock shop, you know, a big chunk of it. And I'm always looking for something to make cabs out of, and I sliced it all up to make cabs out of it. So this will be next week's rock. And I'm going to put a video link up here. It'll be my first video of this cabochon series. And then YouTube will put a video over here. Now this video comes out every Saturday morning, and then where I make a cab out of a single slab or a rock, and I go through the whole process. And then on Wednesday mornings, I have another video where I cut 10 rocks in half, common beach rocks or local rocks, and viewers have been sending in rocks they've been finding. You know, if they're good enough, I'll cut them in half. And then we'll show them on the screen after I cut them and talk about them a little bit. And then I make cabochons out of the previous episode's rocks, and I bring those on and we'll look at those so you can see I actually do something with these rocks. So again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. That's all I got, and I'll catch you later.